What has Obama done this week?
I don't know, Darby. What? Do you know what Obama's done this week?
I don't know what Obama's done this week. What would George Bush have done this week?
What would George Bush have done this week? Jared Tussey tells us what George Bush would do.
Hello, America. My name is George W. Bush, as you well know from my previous experiences with you. I've decided that I'm probably going to get back into a little bit of politics. We say, well, George, what could there possibly be to do? What have you not done? I mean, I've been governor. I've been president. What more is there? Well, I say to you, there is one position. It's very important that we need. That position is the commissioner of Major League Baseball. Yes, I believe as bad as I hate to say it, I'm going to run for this. I mean, we really need it. Baseball needs me. America needs me.
Mr. President, Mr. President.
Excuse me.
Mr. President,
Okay,
question.
thank you.
Question.
Okay.
What made you decide to run for the commissioner of Major League Baseball?
Well, as you know, I am a former team owner, and I've decided that, Bud Selig is not that great of a commissioner. So, I think that I would be a better one. I do have past executive experience, so I believe that I can do this. Anybody else got a question?
President, Mr. President, another question. Why should we care?
I mean, this is America, isn't it? I mean, we got an eagle up here, don't we?
Yes, sir, we do.
Thank you, by the way, for that eagle. It's very nice.
Anything for you, Mr. President, or ex-president.
Baseball is America's game. It's what we do, and we're proud of it. Besides killing people, I mean, it's the only other thing. So,
Mr. President, going off that question, that statement you just said, why'd you send our troops into Iraq?
well, I would like to tell you, but my advisors say that, I shouldn't mention anything about oil. I don't know why, but, they keep telling me you shouldn't talk about that.
Who are these advisors, Mr. President?
Well, my friend here, this guy right here, what's your name, sir? Jeremy. Lieutenant Dan here. Lieutenant Dan. He's a great advisor, a great military man. He knows his stuff. And I just went upon his recommendation that we should go in and take over Iraq and rid the people of Saddam Hussein. I mean, he's a dangerous threat. We need Lieutenant Dan. He's a brilliant man, let me tell you. He's a smart military man.
Can we ask Lieutenant Dan some questions?
Oh, well, I guess so. Lieutenant Dan, please, sir.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yes?
Why the ponytail? What would you do about the situation in the Ukraine?
Well, you got to see both sides of this issue. You got to see that the Ukraine, they want their people, and you also got to see that Russia, they want their people too. So here we have a very big dilemma. In which case, I think the United States needs to stay out of it for a little bit, and then go in there and get the oil. That's what I think. Because they got a bunch of oil right there, so we should go in there and get that while we can. Any other questions? Anybody else?
You feel that this tactic is necessary?
Of course. I mean, oil is what runs our country. It also made me very rich. So, I mean, we got to go after the oil.
Mr. President, what are your thoughts on the current Obama administration?
Well, I have made it my policy to not speak about the current administration, but I don't feel as they fall in line with my policies that I instituted, particularly going after Al-Qaeda. I mean, We can't have them people running around here, and they're still running around. Also, I mean, the NSA, come on now. Why are you going after us? Go after them.
Mr. President, what do you think about the current economic situation?
What's that?
Economic situation in our country.
Oh, okay. Money, yeah. Well, I think that it's bad. You know, we're in a recession. You know, money's a little bit tight right now. And I don't think that we need to...
Is it as tight as Lieutenant Dan's ponytail?
Well, I mean, Lieutenant Dan's ponytail is pretty tight. I'm not really sure. Close race. However, back to my previous comments.
I'm sorry, Mr. President.
I believe that we can get through this because we are America. That's what we do. We don't put up with the people's crap, you know, you all. And once again, I'm running for commissioner of Major League Baseball. Just, you know, get out and vote for me this November. Thank you very much.
The thing is, it's nearing prom season here at West Carter and everywhere across this great nation. We're going to discuss some of the ways of how not to prompose. In case you're wondering, promposals are the hit internet sensation that is shaking the nation, in which people are basically proposing to their prom date. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So Darby, let's start off by telling them how not to prompose.
First of all, don't mention all your previous failed promposals in your current proposal.
Do not promise them your firstborn child.
Do not propose to them 2 days before the dance. There is more time.
Do not proclaim your undying love for your prom date. It's high school. Calm it down.
Check and make sure your date's not allergic to any common food items that you may present them with, such as chocolate.
Or the new KFC chicken corsage.
Yes. Do not miss the opportunity to give your prospective prom date the KFC chicken corsage.
KFC chicken corsage, here for a limited time only.
Mm-hmm.
Not sponsoring this though, unfortunately.
No,
Not sponsoring.
Wait, you at KFC? Do not break into the person's locker, car, or house that you were proposing to. That's illegal.
When picking flowers, be careful of the flowers you pick, as there are poisonous plants.
If using a hauled-out book to propose, pick something no one cares about, like architecture, 19th and 20th century. Don't do Harry Potter. That's a classic, man. Do not stalk the person you are about to propose to for any amount of time. That's also illegal. Stalking is bad.
Stalking is...
It's high school, man. Take it easy.
You may get a restraining order rather than a prom date.
In which case, it's still something to come home and show to mom.
At least you can hang the restraining order on the wall.
Or the fridge.
Or the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful when writing on their personal belongings not to use things such as permanent marker.
Or blood.
Or blood. Do not propose to them in Shakespearean language.
Ye old prom date will not appreciate it very much. Also, do not consult 3 witches on if you should ask someone to prom.
Yes, no.
You will get an inflated ego and end up killing everyone you love.
Yes. Make sure you clean up after your elaborate musical numbers.
Make sure to be cleaned up before asking. Like, take a shower, use some soap, I don't know.
Deodorant is your best friend.
They sponsor this.
Yes.
Heck, we sponsor that.
We sponsor deodorant.
To conclude today's broadcast, I will read you an excerpt from William Faulkner's Barn Burning. The store in which the justice of the peace courts was sitting smelled of cheese. The boy crouched on his nail keg at the back of the crowded room. Knew he smelled cheese.